So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on there. Me on earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm, have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, to the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still filming, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You were shook when Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? Your warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there.
He rifles one that's in it, and right away he lost the football. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Now Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Keenum now on first down. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Keenum on third down. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw on second down is Keenum. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Third down, Rosen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Sanders. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Go Cardinals, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Working from the gun, Keenum. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And he's got Hireman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And a nice spin into some open field. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards to pick up there and also a 1st down. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Rosen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Down to the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Keenum. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Robert Kimdichie. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, here's Keenum. The Sanders has got it complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And McManus able to put it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is really be able to bounce back in the next one because right now, this has not been his game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return is Peterson. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Keenum. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Keenum. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Keenum. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. J.J. Nelson now to return. And an alley to run. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Rosen. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down, and completes it to Kirk over the middle. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Lucky 56.
3rd and long here for Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! Lucky 56.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos. The 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. On first down, it's Rosen. Screenplay, Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, Rosen. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Keenum here off the bootleg. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Hitting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Denver getting set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. With it on the return is Logan. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And now running right through it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. And they'll throw it with Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And this one through the uprights and good. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing is Keenum. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now it's Rosen, and this is going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Rosen will throw, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Rosen looking to throw. James has got it. Complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And he missed it. Gonzalez has pushed it to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at the 34. And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Off the play fake, Keenum. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning to get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Throwing now is Rosen. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's Rosen. But it's brought in by Washington. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. Johnson, the intended target. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now Rosen. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They run. It's Johnson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Denver, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals,